Okay, it's Rescue Rangers time. This is Quest 2, The Rescue of Sir Ragnar. And the note for this is Sir Ragnar, one of the king's most powerful knights, has been captured. There is reason to believe that he's being held prisoner by Ulag, the orc warlord. You are to find Sir Ragnar and bring him back to the stairway. Prince Magnus offers a reward of 240 gold coins, two to be divided among the heroes if they rescue Sir Ragnar. No reward is earned if Sir Ragnar is killed during the escape. So begins the time for the Rescue Rangers, like I said. So we're going to all set up from last quest. So we got Keth the Barbarian, Andraste the Elf, Kithri the Rogue, and Kellen the Wizard coming back. A lot of K names and everything. So they are coming back, and we're all set up for the rescue of Sir Ragnar. So getting like the last few spells set up for the game, and now we begin. So we'll start with the Barbarian, 12. And I forgot that there are traps in this. So we're going to search for traps, and like that in this room. There are no traps, so Zargon says. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Open up this. There's 5. And then we start. And since I don't know if there's any traps in this, but I mean, as just doing videos, I do know if there's traps or not, but like I'm going to play this as if I don't know. So I'm going to risk it. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't see anything down that. 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to attack this goblin. So Keth Barbarian has 3 attack dice with his broadsword. And let's see here. Look at the goblin. He has 2 defend dice. Oh, nothing. So now I'll move to the rogue. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we move to the elf. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The wizard. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now it's the goblin's turn. 2 attack dice. There's 2. Alright. Cat the Barbarian has 4 defend dice. He defended 1. He's down to 7 hit points. Now back to the Barbarian. And he's going to attack the goblin again. 2 skulls. 1 defend dice. So he's only able to defend 1, and he's got 1 hit point. So boom. Now you're going to roll 9. So there's 1. And then I see another goblin right down there. And I'm going to risk it again. 2, 3, 4. And I see another goblin down this way. 5, 6, but I'm going to go against this one. I'm going to say like be able to attack again. Kind of cheat and everything, so just to kind of move things forward. Nope. So now we're going to go to the rogue. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I forgot to put the door that was right there. Silly me. So now we go to the elf. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the wizard. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the goblins. I'm going to start with this one. Has 2 attack dice. 1 skull. I have 4 defense. And I was able to defend and have 1 extra. Now this goblin is going to move up and attack the rogue. So now I need the rogue character sheet. So right there. 2 attack dice. 1 skull. The rogue has 2 defend dice. Yeah, and was able to defend. So now we go back to the barbarian. 3 attack dice. 2 skulls, 1 defend dice. It's only able to defend 1, has 1 hit point. That one goes bye-bye. So now we go to the rogue. And has 2 attack dice. And of course, I got to remember their abilities like I forgot last time. So once per turn, you may throw 1 extra combat attack die when attacking a monster next to another hero. That's not applicable. Ambidextrous. Once per turn, when you attack with a short sword or dagger, you may make 1 additional attack with a dagger. Do not discard after use. So I got 2 attack dice with the short sword and 1 attack dice with the dagger. Nothing for that. Nothing for that. So now I'm going to move these guys up there. Now the goblin. I'm going to attack the rogue again. 2 attack dice. So there's 1. I have 2 defend dice. It's able to defend. Back to the rogue. So again, 2 and 1. Nope. Goblin. Going back and forth. Nope. So I'm just going to arm all 3. Oh, there we go. That goblin's done. So now I'm going to search for traps in this hallway, and there's nothing. So I'm not going to roll. I'm going to set myself up at this door. So a lot of times, I cheat and not roll to worry about I got to move everything perfectly to save time. So we've got to move these out of the way. So move them right here. Got my phone off camera, so I gotta move that out of the way. So now open says me. So now we got 2 orcs right there, and then we got a door right here. So I'm going to roll. There's 9. I'm going to risk it. There's 2. So now the barbarian, I'm going to attack the one right in front of him. So I need to get the orc cards, so that way I can reference everything right there for the stats and everything. So barbarian has 3 attack dice. There's 1 skull. Orc has 2 defend dice. Nothing. He only has 1 body point, so blink. Now the rogue. There's 10. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to roll 3 dice. 1 is for the dagger, 2 is for the short sword. Basically just to save time instead of rolling 2 and then 1. So there's 2 skulls. Has 2 defend dice. Nothing, so he's goodbye. So now, since I didn't land on any traps, I'm going to move the wizard in. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to ask for traps. There's nothing. So now I'm going to do the usual positioning and then start asking for treasure. So actually what I'm going to do is go right down. Let's see here, let's set this up. I got character sheets kind of mismatched, so I got the elf in the corner. So I already mixed this up beforehand, so I'm going to add, there's no notes, so I'm just going to pick and choose. So potion of healing. So I'm going to keep this one out as reference. So here's the elf. So potion of healing. Potion of healing. Alright, well, let's see here. The potion of healing. Yeah, there it is. I'm losing my mind. Okay, roll 1 red die equal to body points. Okay, I just need to make reference to that. So now, I'm kind of mixing this up off camera and everything. So now, we'll go with the rogue, is going to ask for treasure. I'm going to pick and choose. Mysterious flower. Consume at any time to restore 1 lost body point. So what I'm going to do is write down flower plus 1 body point. That's 1 BP. Yeah, as my pencil broke. So there's those 2. So now, Barbarian. Mix this up again. Alright, and then Sacred Plant. Restore 1 lost mind point. So that might come in handy with the Barbarian only having 2 body points. So Sacred Plant plus 1 mind point. It's not necessarily going to come into play in this first 14 quests and everything, but like, I mean, I could quite possibly make an exception in something, but we'll have to wait and see once we get into like dread spells or something. So that's much later on. So now mix this up and put the wizard in the corner, and then have him search for treasure. So here we go. Unidentified ingredient. Use this to craft potions. Do not return this craft. So I'm just gonna put that aside for now. And again, I'm gonna like kind of like not worry about rolling. So like a lot of times when you see me setting up like this, I'm not worried about rolling. I'm just gonna take a turn and set myself up, and then go and open the door. So that way I can actually have, in a sense, a good old free turn or whatever, just kind of set up and everything. So let's see here. Got this, and then this. All right, let's see here. So 2 goblins and 1 orc, and then we've got another door right there. So I'm risking it all with traps and everything. So there's 9. So the Barbarian, I'm going to take out the big hitter of the 3. So I'm going to move right in front of the orc, and I'm going to roll the 3 attack dice that he has. 3 skulls. So the orc has 2 defend dice and only 1 body point. So at most he can only defend 2. He still takes 1 point, so he's gone. So now we'll do the rogue's turn. There's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, rolling 3 dice. 2 for short sword, 1 for dagger. There's 1. They have 1 defend dice. Nothing. So that one goes goodbye. So now the elf. 7. 1, 2. Attack this one. So let's see here. The elf is actually going to be able to attack. And he has 3 because he's able to pick up a broadsword earlier. From last quest. 2. 1 defend dice, so he's only going to be able to take defend 1. So it takes 1, and he's gone. So now I'm going to be like, okay, search for traps real quick. Nothing. So get the group, in a sense, free turn positioned. So now goes the 4 turns of searching for treasure. So start off with the Barbarian since he's in the corner. This one actually has a note. So first hero who searches the room for treasure finds 60 gold coins inside this chest. They also find a potion of healing which restores up to 4 lost body points when consumed. So he had 120 gold 100 points from that. So 120 gold pieces. So that brings him up to 180. And then a potion of healing. And that's plus 4 BP. Now, put that right there. Now we go to the wizard. Let's see here. So bing, 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 bing. Yeah, not doing the greatest job of shuffling, but let's see here. So this one, mysterious flower. You uncover random, you know to be edible. Restore 1 lost body point. Let's see here. So right. Might have to get like an extra sheet just to write the extra potions and stuff, because it's like getting kind of full right there. So flour, let's see, +1 BP. Yep, I'm going to grab like a piece of paper. I'm going to use a piece of paper to write stuff down from now on. And then I'm just going to do a community service for the heroes. Like let them pick and choose. So now you go to the rogue, put him in the corner, and then have him. I'm not even going to bother mixing. So hazard, he takes 1. So unless I get something like that, so I'll mix up it. So let's see here, rogue goes from 5 down to like 4. So write that down real quick. Yep, that goes there, that goes there. Now we got to move the elf, or we don't even, he's in the corner, so let's see here. Pick this one. Potion of Strength. Let's see, you can roll 2 extra combat dice next time you attack. So, Potion of Strength +2 ATT for attack. I'm going to put dice underneath so that way I can remember that. I'm going to put this back in, and every time I get something, I'll mix it up. But like going forward, what I'll do is just like mix it up once at the beginning, and then just kind of pick and choose for all 4. So now, free turn to set up. And then I'm going to roll for the barbarian first. So there's 5. I'm going to open the door. And then time to play stuff. So let's see here. Drawer right there. 2 more orcs. So wait, actually, yep. Actually, the door is over here, and then table right there. Yep. I'm reading this wrong. So orc and goblin. So orc and goblin. So he's gonna boom, and then he's going to attack the orc. 1. So the orc has 2 defend dice. Nothing, because he had to get a black skull. I don't think I actually explained that earlier in the last one. So here's the explanation. So skulls are basically like successful attacks. Heroes, they have to defend with a white shield. Monsters defend with an black shield. So like so successful attack for both monsters and heroes. Defense for heroes, defense for monsters. So now we're going to go to the rogue. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, I'm still risking it by attacking, so going in without asking for traps. But you can't ask for traps when there's monsters in the room, so you kind of like a catch-22. Do I move into the room and like attack, risk traps, or do I just like wait at the door and let the monsters come to me? So that depends on how you want to do it as the whatever the party wants to do as a group. So now, again, 2 dice for the short sword and 1 for the dagger. So 2 skulls. Now I know the goblin only has 1 defend dice and is only able to defend that 1 at most, and it still takes 1 point of body damage, and he only has 1. So now the I'm going to stop and come around again. I'm going to ask for traps. There's no traps in this room, so I'm going to then ask for treasure. So gold for the first one is 15. Write it down. 15 gold pieces. Next one, hazard. I'll have the barbarian take the damage since he's down to 6. Poison. You discover brown flask filled with liquid. Your throat constricts as you taste and realize you've drank poison. So let's see here. Elf, barbarian, and then rogue. He's down to 3. And my pencil keeps breaking. And then wizard. Wandering monster. And then put these back. Shuffle up. Get wandering monster. An orc. But like I'm not worried about moving them. I'm just going to be like orc. And then the barbarian attacks. 2. Let's see here. Goblin orc has 2 defend dice. Nothing, so boom. So now time to set up again for next room. Open the door. Just like magic. And then let's see here. Got a door right there. And this one is the one that has 2 orcs. So 1 right there. And 1 right there. So I'm not worried about rolling since there's only 1 dice for the barbarian. Well, 1 space, I mean. So now you go with the barbarian who has 3 attack dice, 1 right in front of him. 1 attack for the skull. Nothing. They only have 1 body point. So that one goes bye-bye. Now the rogue. Have to roll for him because he has to move more than 2 squares. So there's 9. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't land on any traps, so he's going to attack. My cat's coming in, so yeah, no, he's running off now. The druid has showed up, and that's one of the characters that you can play in like one of the expansions, the druid. So my cat showed up, so the druid showed up. So maybe add a 5th character is what he's trying to tell me. So back to the rogue. 2 attack, and then 2 defend. Was able to defend 1, but only has 1 body point. So now another free round. Barbarian asks for traps. There are no traps in this room. So now we do the usual search for treasure in this room. Seems like last quest we did pretty good with getting treasure. In this one we're not like it seems like we're kind of lucking out and everything. So it could be that I'm not mixing that good enough and everything. So maybe I should start taking out all the cards once I pull them and everything to kind of increase the chances of getting stuff and everything. So, alright, so we'll start with the elf. Potion of healing. That gets 1 red. Let's see here. Potion of healing. Plus 1 red dice. So there's the elf. And now we go to the barbarian. Let's see here. So barbarian, hazard. So he takes 1, so he's down to 5. Now we go to the rogue. Oh, poison. Rogue takes 1. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So he's down to 2. So he's going to use that flower to gain back that body points. So now he's back up to 3. And now to the wizard. Sacred plant, 1 lost mind point. So +1 MP. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the negative effects to kind of cheat and everything, but put in that stuff back in to kind of give the chances for them to, going forward, I'm going to cheat and everything to be able to give the heroes more chance to get more gold and everything, get more equipment and everything. So kind of doing things on the fly and everything. So now we're going to go back to like a traveling. So around just the setup and everything. Alright, so there we go. Open this door. And then there's a goblin right here. So I'm going to do like another free, I'm just going to move 1. And have the barbarian attack. As he try, oh, there we go. So 1, goblin has 1 defend dice. He was actually able to defend, so I'm going to have the other characters stay there. Goblin's going to try and attack the barbarian. Nope. Back to the barbarian. Let's see, there's nothing down that way, so 1. Wasn't able to defend that time, so I don't see anything down that way, so now we're going to go back to like kind of set up like that. Now that we got the danger away, so now we're going to make our way back to the other way. So, time to roll. I asked for traps, there was nothing in there, so okay, I kind of go 3, so 4, 2, 3, 4, rogue. I'm going to go this way. 12, see here, they're just going to fall in line. Yeah, chink. And then link. So now back to the barbarian. There's 10. 1, 2. I see nothing down there. I'm going to ask for traps. There's no traps. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I see goblin right here. I can't ask for traps. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I lucked out and no traps. So now he's going to attack. 2. So 1 defense dice. Nope. He's done. So I'm going to ask for traps on those 2 positions, and there's none. Not worried about rolling. I'm going to set up in front of this door. Alright, so set up in front of that door. And now open this door. Just like magic. So then that gets opened. Alright, let's see here. There's the treasure chests right there. A goblin. Roll. Yep. So I move there. So now the barbarian attacks. 1 skull. Nope. Boom. So now I'm going to ask for traps. And there is a trap, and it's right on the treasure chest. So let's see here. I know I picked up for the rogue bandolier or like a toolkit last time. So this toolkit gives you a 50% chance to disarm any searched for and found but unsprung trap. See action 6, disarm a trap for the rulebook. So I'm going to look up that later and kind of like let people know we're rolling for the next one next time. But for now, I'm going to say a 1, 2, or 3 is going to be. In essence, it's going to be. They're going to disarm it. So 1, 2, or 3 disarmed. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he took 1 point pointed by. So man, the rogue is back down to 2. So I'm actually going to use that potion of healing that I got right there for have him heal 5. All right, so that's I'll put a check mark there. Just like rogue is was down to 2 plus 5. He's up to 5. So now the chest is first one. The barbarian. The chest is empty. So like going to pick up like the treasure cards. So start with the barbarian. Now poison. He takes 1. He's down to 4. So I'm going to use the potion of healing he has here to bring him back up to full health. So now we go to the wizard. Air walk. This potion enables any hero to walk on a cushion of air for 1 turn. They do not spring traps during this turn. The hero can walk over pit traps if they reach an unoccupied space on the other side. This may only be used once. Do not return this to the deck. Okay, so put that aside. I'm not going to write it down for now because I got that out. So now rogue. Sacred plant. Consume one lost mind point. So now I can write that down. So I'll write 2. Now time for the elf. Potion of healing. So that's 1 red dice. So I'm going to remove that check mark. So we got that one we just used for the barbarian. So now mix this up real quick. So now you got to go back the other way. So mix that up real quick. Roll for the barbarian. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just going to move these guys along. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to worry about continuing rolling because I'm going to keep these guys together. Let's see here. So barbarian. So there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to ask for traps. Nope. 6. Like I said, I'm only going to roll once to keep these guys together. So now the barbarian rolls again. 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. So here's the door right here. A measly goblin. So I'm going to risk it and step in front there. No trap. And then he's going to attack. So 3 attack dice. 2 skulls. The goblin only has 1 defend dice, so he's only going to be able to defend 1. He has 1 body point, so he's dead. So ask for trap right there. Nope. I'm now going to set the team up to go in. Kind of like as best I can. And then open the door. So right there. Let's see here. There's a door right there. And then there's an orc. So 1, 2, 3. I need to roll. I'm risking it. So 1, 2, 3. Barbarian's going to attack. Races in and rages. So 2 skulls. Defend 1, but the orc only has 1 body point. Goes kaput. So now I'm going to quickly go back to the barbarian. Skip everyone else's turn. Ask for traps. No traps. Now it's time for good old treasure shirt. Searching. So we'll start with like the elf this time. Let's see here. So poison takes 1, so it's down to 5. We go with the rogue. Let's see your potion of healing. So now, as that fell, we got 2. Now we go with the, put that right there for now, move that. The wizard, unidentified ingredient. Used to craft potions, so I'll put that aside. Now, barbarian. So, potion of strength. So now we got 2 of those. So there's that. And so yeah, and another thing is, just like searching for traps, we also got to declare for searching for secret doors too. So that if you come into a room that has no doors and oh hey wait, because for instance we still have yet to find Sir Ragnar, and that's what we came here for. So we need to find Sir Ragnar. So that's another thing I forgot to mention or anything. So kind of do the free turns to set up. Open says me. So all right, so table is in this corner, and then we've got more orcs. Let's see here, 1 right here, and then 1 right here. I'm going to risk it, and since I only have to move 1 space, I'm not worried about rolling, for at least for the barbarian. He's going to attack the one right in front of him. Nothing. So now I'm going to roll for the rogue. 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I lucked out. No traps. He rolls 3, 2 for a short sword, 1 for a dagger. 1. They weren't able to defend, so rogue lucked out and helped out the barbarian. So now we're going to go with the elf. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He lucked out, no traps. And then he rolls, let's see here, the elf, 3 attack dice because he's got a broadsword. He's got 1. And defend dice, nope. Elf defeated that. So now what we need to do is set up the group. Ask for traps, no traps. Hey, I'm looking for secret doors now. So boom, there's a secret door right there. But before I go any further, it's back to treasure hunting. So we go start with the barbarian. Mysterious flower, 1 lost body point. Let's see here, flower. Flower +1 VP. Then we go to the wizard, wandering monster, orc. I'll do the barbarian. 1. Oh, yep, he's gone. So I'm going to remove that. So now we go with the elf. Gem. That's 35 gold. So 35, 40, 50. 50. And now we go with the rogue. Poison. He's down to 4. All right. Mix this up real quick. Now time to... Oh, I forgot to put that back in. Now time to set back up for the opening of the door as soon as I get this mixed. Alright, so I had checked for traps. There's no traps, so setting up. And then open sesame. Another open door. Yeah, looks like I got the one open door short. But I can just always say I just use that as an open door. And let's see here. Abomination and Orc. So now Barbarian, roll 1, attacks the Abomination in front of him because he's the heavier hitter of the two. 1. Let's see, your Abomination has like 3 defend dice. Was able to defend, so really can't move anywhere. So that I know what I'm going to do is like start casting spells, so I can say, oh hey, look, you can cast spells through your characters and everything. So what I'm going to do, the wizard, he's going to cast Fireball. This spell may be cast on any one monster, enveloping it in the ball of fire, and inflicts 2 points of body damage. The monster then rolls 2 red dice. Each 5 or 6 rolled, the damage is reduced by 1. So didn't do anything. Man, I just rolled good for that monster. So now the elf is actually going to then cast one of his spells. Spell may be cast on any monster within your line of sight. Monster has 1 to 3 mind points. It falls asleep immediately. So he's going to cast it on the Abomination and has 3 mind points. So he falls asleep immediately. And then so that's used. So now we go to the rogue, and then they move unseen through spaces occupied by monsters. Do not discard after use. So he's going to roll. So like the rogue finished, and he's going to move around. And since the Abomination is sleeping, he's going to attack the orc. 1, and the orc has like 2 defend dice. Nope. So there we go. If Abomination's asleep. So what I'm going to say, since he can't, he's asleep, he can't defend himself. So the Barbarian is going to attack. So he's got 2 body points. So if I have, but this will, I will say, wakes him up. So if I get only 1 skull, he wakes up and still has 1 body point. But like, yep, he wakes up. It takes 1 point of damage. But now I'm going to have the wizard cast Fire of Wrath. Maybe cast on any one monster blasted in flames. Inflicts 1 body point of damage. Either roll 5 or 6. Nope. So that does him in. So now what I'm going to do, search for traps. No traps. Last time to do search for treasures. So last 4 times. So let's see here. So poison for the Barbarian. He's down to like at this point. I'm not going to worry. Treasure hoard 300. So that brings us up to 355. Then heroic brew. Let's see here. Heroic brew. And then the last one, unidentified ingredient used to craft potions. All right, so there we go. All right, so I opened that door. I forgot to grab a character for like Sir Ragnar, but we see Sir Ragnar right there. And the note for this is finding Sir Ragnar. When Sir Ragnar is found, an alarm sounds. Use the plastic dread sorcerer figure to represent Sir Ragnar on the board. And like I said, I forgot to grab the Chaos Warrior, or like the Dread Warrior, Dread Sorcerer figure for him. So that orc there is the Sir Ragnar. So place Dread Sorcerer, use the place all like When Sir Ragnar is found, alarm sounds. Use the plastic dread sorcerer figure to represent Sir Ragnar on the board. Place all remaining monsters, doors, and furniture on the board. All doors are now open. Sir Ragnar should be moved by the hero who opens the door to his cell. Heroes cannot search for treasure in the cell. The hero takes their regular turn first and rolls one red die to move the wounded knight, Sir Ragnar. Sir Ragnar must be moved back to the stairs alive in order for the heroes to collect the reward. See the parchment text above. The Sir Ragnar may not attack, but may roll 2 defend dice. He has 2 body points left. And of course, like I basically searched the whole other dungeon and everything. So like at this point, all I've got to do is basically like move Sir Ragnar back to the stairs. And of course, since like I've already like cleared out the whole dungeon, there's like no point in rolling because all I have to do is roll to move them back and everything. So like as you can see, I've pretty much won this one. So now it's kind of like kind of picking up and everything. So I'm going to move everyone to the stairs and get 240 gold. So that puts us up to 590. And so now we can start like buying. I want to now buy equipment and everything. So what I'm looking to do is start like upgrading characters yet again, so I can like kind of do this. So even though the rogue is kind of opportunistic and would like to like kind of steal and the thief and everything, he's going to be like, oh hey, I actually like working with this group. So like I'm going to like on the character sheets here, like the stuff I wrote down for like last one, what I'm going to end up doing is get the sheet over here that I started up with like the stuff I'm kind of going for. I'm going to do a communal gold pieces and like items and stuff, so that way we work as a team and everything. So first off, I'm going to get these like stuff, spells and stuff, and cards, at least some of this stuff picked up, so that way when I go off camera it's going to be a lot easier for me to kind of pick up and everything. So move that, do that, there's that. Alright, so alright, here's this. So begins the actual cleanup. Alright, so dice. Yeah, this is probably like the least fun part of the game, is the setup and the pickup and everything. So okay, there's the top, there's that. So now I'm going to, let's see here, 125, 690, 715. Let's see here, 715. So alright, so 180, so 895, so 895. You know, I think I added in the 240, but like I'm feeling generous, so I'm going to add another 240, even though I think I already added it. People can like call me on my mistake and everything. So let's see here, 935, so 1,135. I'm feeling generous for the group, so that way they can buy more equipment and everything, get themselves set up for future equipment. So the toolkit, I'm okay. It does not say that it's a one and done deal, so like I gotta write the toolkit down for the rogue. Oh wait, no, I already wrote it down last time. Duh. So he has the toolkit. I know no one needs a dagger. Yeah, it can be thrown, but like I'll worry about that later. So I actually put stuff. So battle axe has 4 combat dice, but may not use the shield. So let's see here. Barbarian. He does have a shield. I'm going to I'd rather have higher defense for the barbarian than attack and everything. So I'm going to keep that the same. So I'm not going to worry about battle axe. Let's see here. So rogue's dual wield, so he can't use necessarily shield. Let's see here. So there's that hand axe, long sword. So let's see here. I'm not worried about. I might put that aside because it gives 3 attack combat dice, but like can attack diagonally. So I might do that a little later. So crossbow. I'm not worried about crossbow right now for short sword, broadsword, staff. I don't need that. So like let's see here, helmets. The rogue is actually going to get a helmet. So like I'm going to do 125. So we're down to, let's see here. I'm just going to like worry about rolling that, like this. 1,135 minus 120. Pencil keeps breaking. So 125. Let's see here. 1, 0. So now the rogue has a helmet. Again, it broke, so that brings him up to 3 defense. So the elf has a helmet and has a broadsword. So let's actually look. Good old shield for the elf. So right, shield. So that way he's up to 4 defend dice, and that's let's see here. Shield costs 150, so 960. So 860. Let's see here. So all right, let's see here. What else can we get? So plate mail and chainmail. So let's see here. Bracers. These hardened leather bracers give you 1 extra defend dice. May be combined with the helmet and or shield. So I'm thinking about getting that. Let's see here. Caltrops, Regent Kit, Smoke Bomb, potions. I'm not going to be too worried about potions right now because can get those in not these actual potions, but like I can get other potions as you can see. So let's see here. Don't need any shields for. Let's see here. So don't worry about that stuff. So now let's see here. No one else can use a shield. It's already gotten one because the rogue could use one, but then they would. But since they're since ambidextrous and dual wield and dagger short sword, I don't want to get away with that. So let's see here. We got 860 left. So I am tempted to give like the heavy plate mail to the barbarian. This heavy metal armor gives you 2 extra defend dice. However, because it's so heavy, you may only roll 1 red die for movement while wearing it. May be combined with the helmet and or shield. May not be worn by the wizards. So let's see here. So now I'm going to forego that for now because of the since it's so heavy. So now chainmail gives 1 extra defend dice. May be combined with helmet and shield. I mean, I'd only be able to get one. I'm pretty much going to only be able to get one of these things. So like a bandolier, I don't need that. So I'm going to go actually with the chainmail, which is 500. So that means as a party we're down to 360. So it gives the barbarian helmet and then chain mail. So now the barbarian is going to be kind of hard to hit and everything. So he's got 5 defend dice. So next time, if I am able to, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to like start armoring up like these guys more. So like I'll probably end up getting the chain mail for the elf and the rogue if I'm able to get armor for them. So that way they're more hard to hit and everything. So right now we're pretty good, like at best we can with like attacks. So we got 2 at 3 and 1 at 2. So I mean, technically 3 at 3 because 2 and 1. I mean, the wizard can't attack that well, but he does have his like spells and everything. So far, the wizard really hasn't taken much damage, if any. So, but we're going to go from there. And there are artifacts later on in the quest and everything that we're going to be able to get for each character. So, going to finish up cleaning up off camera and everything. So, like, I got the piece of paper. As you can see, that I'm going to start like rearranging like a lot of like the, as I can get that on like the sacred plants and stuff. I'm going to do a running tally. Like I said, I'm going to do communal because each one's like, hey, yeah, we're being successful. We want to work as a team. Even the opportunistic thieving rogue is like, hey, yeah, this is actually working out for better. So I'm actually going to like, not steal and thieve, and I'm going to work for this team. In fact, so now next week, what we're going to be doing is going to be quest 3, Lair of the Orc Warlord. So this one is actually kind of shorter than the last video. Of course, the trial is probably one of, if not the longest quest in all this. So again, we begin the long journey through the whole quest book and everything. So, and this is the first main quest book and everything. So once we get through this, I'll start getting into the expansions. The only one I've had experience with is the Return of the Witch Lord. I'm going to do Kellar's Keep first because, as far as I know, that one is the first expansion that you get into, at least storyline wise. Yeah, people can drop in the down in the comments below and kind of correct me if I'm wrong. But the way that, as far as I know that the way the storyline works is the main quest that we're doing, then Kellar's Keep, then the Return of the Witch Lord. So I'm going to do it that way, and then like, again, people can drop in the comments and like kind of like once we get there, we can go and like from depending on which quest that people want to do, because I got everything: the Frozen Horror, Mage of the Mirror, Rise of the Dread Moon, the let's see, the Elf Mage of the Mirror, Dread Moon, Rise of the Dread Moon. I've got Against the Ogre Horde, Jungles, Delthrax, and I will be picking up like the newest one, Wizards of Morcar, in the coming months and everything. So here ends quest 2, the rescue of Sir Ragnar. So the rescue rangers were successful. They weren't as successful in getting as much treasure as last time, but hopefully third time's the charm and they can get a lot more treasure next time.